Welcome back. We're on the Hammer Down Show on 1017 The Hammer and the 1017 The Hammer app. We're over to our Hammerhead hotline. Week 2 high school football is coming up. We got a great one on K105. It's going to be McCutcheon hosting West Lafayette. We got Coach Shane Fry of the Westside Red Devils on with us here, coming off that 43-40 loss at the hands of Harrison last week. Coach, nice to have you back here. I was just going over this box score here. I mean, the people that stand out, obviously, your quarterback had a nice run, but boy, we've always known that Fielder Melchi's been a good receiver and a great playmaker. But 12 catches, 204 yards, a couple of TDs. That's a heck of a pace to come out with in week 1, isn't it?
Yeah, we had some good individual performances. A lot of our offense has at least one full year under their belt, so it has looked good. It's probably getting to the point where they're comfortable much earlier in the season just because they've had that experience. So that definitely helps.
This was kind of an awkward game from the sense of the first and third quarters felt like very much like grinders, and for whatever reason, the second and fourth quarters just turned into absolute shootouts. I know you're excited about the offense being able to make those big chunk plays, those big touchdowns there, but I know defensively you got to be a little bit frustrated giving up those long plays that you did in those second and fourth quarters, huh?
Yeah, for sure. One of our focuses coming into the game was, just to contain the big plays, sort of make them work a lot harder for what they could get. And we gave up some big ones. A couple were mental errors, a couple, guys being aggressive, which you can't fault, but, probably didn't make the best decisions in game time. And, that's what's going to happen against a team with that type of athlete that can make big plays in Harrison.
I think another guy too. I mean, guys like Pfeiffer who are new to this lineup, I thought fantastic too with his speed. A lot to like on that offense, but I'm with you. Defensively, it's just you hate to see those big plays being given up. Did force that fumble on the 1 yard line there too. So a few bright spots there. And I wonder here, given what the final score was, I know hindsight's always 2020. I know you've always been a very analytical thinker in the way you design plays and what you call. That call to go for it at the end of the first half there, you guys forego that opportunity for the field goal and you go for it there. Do you have any second thoughts? Maybe do you feel like you should have gone back and kicked the field goal, or are you still happy with the play call there, trying to go for 6 before the half?
If you could guarantee me that we're going to make the field goal, yeah, I'd like to go back and kick it. But we felt like our better option was to go for a touchdown there. It was definitely a touchdown scoring game, and we're not to that point special teams wise where we can come out and guarantee that we're going to hit a field goal like that. I hope we get to that point. We're not there yet. We just thought that was the better option.
This week, you're going to head over to Ellison Stadium. You're going to take on the McCutcheon Mavericks, and this has been a little bit back and forth with you guys here over the last couple of years. I know that they got your number last year, the 31-6, but under the new management, everything. Your friend Josh Rosser not over there anymore, so kind of, I'm sure you've broken down the tape from their week 1 game at Guerin. What have you noticed different about the Mavericks this year under new head coach Michael Fenters after their first game?
Yeah, they had a really good game against Guerin. It was tight the whole way. I think they don't look that much different. Defensive coordinator Brandon Rumbler does just a fantastic job, and their defense is as good as always. Guys flying to the ball, making big hits, physical up front. So that's what we've seen from McCutcheon the last few years. Offense, there are some differences. Probably more of a spread it out a little bit more. I know Coach Strasser liked the run game, and I'm not saying that Coach Fenters doesn't, but it looks like they're much more willing to put it in the air. But overall, I mean, it's McCutcheon. Their roster, the names may change, but all the linemen are 6'3", 6'4", 275 pounds. It's just like a rinse and repeat for them, and they're going to be a very tough team, and it's going to be a tough matchup for us.
Do you see any parallels? Because I know you've had it's not a great game to bring up for you, but I mean you've seen Coach Venters back in 2024 in that sectional final where you guys lost to McConaughey by 3. Do you see any parallels between what you saw when he was at McConaughey and what you see now?
Maybe a little bit on the offensive side of the ball, but overall, just the teams are just so completely different.
Yeah.
And he's done a good job at you know, dealing with what he has rather than trying to force, players to play a certain way. He kind of takes the talent that he has and goes with that, which I think that's the way to go. So yeah, the teams are just so much different from that McConaughey team to this McCutcheon team.
Is there a player too that you see on the Mavericks that you're like, boy, we really got to make sure we account for him on offense and defense every play this evening?
Yeah, their quarterback is a really good athlete. He guys that you can call a pass play, and if the pass isn't there, that can scramble and get that kind of yardage. We have got to be all over that because you can have perfect coverage in the secondary. All of a sudden, he pulls it down, and we had a lot of trouble with that Friday night against the aide kid from Harrison. We had everything covered, almost get a sack, and then all of a sudden he gains 15. So that's something we've been working on this week. He did a really good job in the Guerin game, and he's a really good player.
Coach Shane Fry, West Side Red Devils, going to be a great one on Friday night, Ellison Stadium. 2 local teams going at it. It'll be West Side and McCutcheon. Again, we'll have a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff live from Ellison Stadium on K105. Coach Shane Fry of the West Side Red Devils is always a great talk here. Hey, Coach, thank you so much, and best of luck on Friday night.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me on.